Benjamin Hollingsworth, as always, great to see you, my friend. Welcome back to Popternative.
Thanks, V. Good to be back.
I know I gotta get you like a T-shirt or a mug at this point. You're just a
I
regular. I
know.
think it's a regular thing. Like after a season of Virgin River, we do a Popternative interview. It's great.
I, I feel like it's just part of the ritual now. I would love if I had a mug that I could pull up into frame as a pop alternative. It's gotta happen.
Absolutely. Good to see you. I mean, lots to talk about. I mean, the one thing I really want to, you know, really kind of know your thoughts is, every year the Brady Bree kind of storyline or relationship, there's always a lot of kind of questions and thoughts from fans after a season drops. A lot more this season because of certain
Mhm.
things. But I want to know, do you talk to Zibby specifically about how fans react to that kind of like romance specifically? And was it a bit different this season, obviously, compared to other seasons?
Yeah, I mean, we actually, I don't know how much fans know this, but I mean, we do read and see like the stuff that people comment on, whether it be the Netflix's account or the show's account. So we do hear it and we do see it, and it's loud. There's a lot of very big Bree and Brady fans, and so we do take it seriously that we want to we're interested to see what people are responding to, and we've always been very conscious of trying to make our story, the Bree and Brady of it all, have weight and feel real, but also be raw and unplanned and very instinctual and make them dangerous and fun. And we're very intentional about making it different than Mel and Jack, and so yeah, we do.
What are you most proud of now, looking at 7 seasons of Virgin River, in regards to the growth of Brady, in regards to misunderstood, being painted as kind of a villain, not being a villain, never being able to catch a break, ever? You know what I mean? What is something from this arc that you're proud of the most, would you say?
Yeah, I feel like just watching the guy mature over the years and having being able to play different things every year is has been really fun and rewarding, and not something that always happens for actors. Sometimes you're kind of stuck on a bit of um, one of those things hamsters run on, hamster wheel.
Hamster wheel, absolutely. Yeah.
Um, but yeah, so I feel like it is really nice to be able to constantly feel like something new is happening to him. And it's also something to take stock in. Like, I created this guy, and
Mhm.
although, I don't write the show, I very much affect how he's played and how he's developed over the years, and I'm glad that he's a fan favorite. I love that people respond to him and that they're rooting for him.
I'm trying to think how many official interviews. I think we've done an interview like after every season, because I don't know, maybe if we did, I have to go back, maybe season 1 or 2 we did like an early interview, but
Yeah,
I feel like we've done a lot. We did
yeah,
one for your Christmas film. We talked
right.
also Virgin River, but I'm wondering whether we did season 1 or 2. But I remember in the first interview we did, I love that you said that, there's a lot of characters, and I agree with you. You know what I mean? Maybe you'll be a little bit biased because, like I said, you made the character, but it's like he's the most kind of misunderstood character in Virgin River.
Yeah.
And I thought that was very interesting because you said that early on, where the possibilities were endless.
Mhm.
Now, kind of, flash forward, 3, 4 seasons, there have been a lot of kind of moments where there's this ping pong match of, is he a good guy or is he this villain? Is he selfish and everything? I want you to kind of talk a little bit about the conversations with the showrunners about that tug of war ping pong match. Is it maybe now more evident that he is kind of misunderstood and a good guy? Is there kind of that, like, does he not care about people? Like, I'm just wondering what that's like now, flashing forward after that.
Yeah, I feel like it's really hard because I think once people develop an idea of who you are, it's really difficult to change that. And so this misconception or misunderstanding of who Brady is something I think he's going to be dealing with, for however long he is in Virgin River. And
Mhm.
I think that, um, It's something that really, truly, we all deal with it in a way, right? There's people all have conceptions of who we are, and usually they're not accurate, and we all kind of have to work against what that is. And so it's a relatable element too. But yeah, I'd say he's still the most misunderstood guy.
Absolutely. I'm wondering if I asked anyone on Virgin River this question, they'd all have different kind of answers. And I also feel like it depends on, the person as an actor. Like, your answer is, because Benjamin Hollingsworth thinks this way about certain things. But in terms of doing press, right? Because like sometimes you'll do an interview when the show just comes out, right? Before it comes out, we're doing it now where it's been a bit so people can kind of, take in what has happened type thing.
Yeah.
Do you have like a preference, like when you like to talk
Oh
about
yeah.
Brady and Virgin River?
Yeah, I usually I like to do it after it's out so I can talk about the season without having to, like I can say spoiler and then Brady gets in a motorcycle accident. So like, yeah, but I warned
We've
you.
done some episodes like we've done some interviews like 3 days after an episode
Yeah,
is after the season has dropped, and that's still different because maybe
PD.
people haven't watched it yet.
Listen, you be surprised? Like it is insane. Like sometimes 24 hours after we're talking 10 hours of television, 10 hours, so like 10 episodes, and people within 24 hours would be like, I can't believe the motorcycle act. I'm like, how did you this
Across all the different time zones,
like
depending on where you are, you wake
people
up and
will
someone's like binged everything. Yeah,
exactly people will have stayed up all night watching it, and I'm just like, wow, that's so people it's like Netflix and chill for 10 hours. This should be a thing, I guess.
what I
Netflix
find is
and
really
don't.
funny is last time we talked, I was like, what can we expect from like season 7, right? And you actually like, did a very good job where you actually didn't just say like, oh, we're just picking up where we left off. You said certain things that were cool, but I'm really wondering if we look at like the timelines of when we did that interview, if you knew about the ending of season 7. I don't know. Like, when did you find out? Like, did you know the whole time?
Gosh,
Because if you did, well done,
yeah,
because you like
I
kept that.
knew I knew that he was gonna get. So I know, and I know rough. Like we find out early about
Yeah.
where it's gonna go for that season.
Okay.
And usually that's where usually that doesn't change dramatically. It can change a little bit when we're shooting, but not a
Mhm.
huge amount. So, but which is great for an actor because you know like where we're going and how to get there and not to like, you know, let it all come out in the first two episodes, but to really
Mhm.
like, develop the character so that it happens at the right time and that the
Mhm.
tension's there. Like, for example, another spoiler, Bree and Brady getting together. Like,
Yep.
I assumed that it was going to happen like episode 1 or 2, and the fact that it took just about the entire season to put them together was shocking to me. But I think the end of the day, it was the right call. Although that didn't feel like that at the time. We're like, oh, we've been apart for 2 seasons. Like, how could you keep us apart for longer? But then it felt earned because when he got there, it was like finally, like they're finally together. And then he gets a motorcycle accident.
Absolutely. And then last question here. Look, motorcycle accident, Brady's, future, on Virgin River. We don't know what's gonna happen. I just want to ask you, as Benjamin Hollingsworth, being on the show for 7 seasons, can you talk a little bit about like what do you think kind of the overall reaction from like, the town of Virgin River is with all of this? And what do you think is gonna kind of happen with that? Like people kind of reacting to the motorcycle and everything.
Yeah, I mean, it'd be interesting to see who actually cares about Brady, right? Because, aside from, I guess, Bree, obviously, Kaya, have Brady and Kaya have this really cool relationship that's kind of friendship that's really come out of nowhere, really, and it's got this cool element to it. But then you've got people that he really hasn't made amends with yet. Like Preacher is just still starting to accept Brady, but not really. And same with Jack, and the idea of Brady with his sister. I don't think he's thrilled about yet. So it's yeah, there's a lot of tricky stuff still in play.
Absolutely. Well, yeah. I mean, but if people are watching this interview right now, they have watched season 7 of Virgin River, but just in case, it's streaming now worldwide on Netflix, so they can check that out.
Yeah.
Benjamin Hollingsworth, as always, man, good to see you again. Thanks so much for your time.
Thanks for having me.
And, in the beginning of May, they should also kind of stay tuned for some other cool things happening, like that we're excited about, right?
Correct. That's very true.
Absolutely. Well, this is popturnative.com/popturnative for previews. People are probably like, what the hell are they talking about?
Don't know soon. May 1st.
Yeah, May 1st. Well, this has been popturnative, youtube.com/popturnative for previous episodes. Until next time, that's Benjamin Hollingsworth, who plays Brady in Virgin River, and Peter Beats signing off.
Thank you for tuning in to Popturnative. Make sure to check out our past episodes of Popturnative on YouTube.
This has been an Autograph Communications production.